So, hi everyone. Today we will be exploring a very important LLM evaluation package called as DeepEval. So, in this particular tutorial, we will be driving through how you can use DeepEval for basic metric calculation, for custom metric calculation, for multiple inputs calculation, and so on and so forth. So, let's get started. So, first of all, you need to pip install DeepEval. Once you're done with that, you need to load your LLM model. In my case, I am using the free Google Gemini API key. If you wish to use the same, you can follow the tutorial on the channel on how to create the free API key. If not, load whichever LLM you are using. So once you have loaded the LLM model, you need to now inherit the deep eval base LLM class and wrap your model according to what deep eval intakes. So I think you must have got my point. Every LLM model has a different input type, output type. So for deep eval to function properly, you need to create your LLM model in such a way that it becomes compatible with the deep eval functionalities. So in this case, you need to import the deep eval base LLM class and then override these functions. That is the constructor init, load model, generate, async generate, get model name. If you look into the definitions, I think these are pretty straightforward. Load model is self dot model. Generate is like invoking the model, how to get the output from. Async is a invoke, etc. Once you're done, you need to create an object for this particular custom class that you have created. That is for me is Google Vertex AI, and create an object for that. That's it, and test it out as well whether the function is working, whether the object is working fine for not for the different functions that you have overridden. Once you're done, we will now start off with the basic approach, the basic metric calculation, that is the answer relevancy metric. So basically checking out whether the output is matching with the expected ground truth or not. So in this case, you need to import two major things. One is the LLM test case and the other is answer relevancy metric. Now in case of LLM test case is basically used for creating different test cases. So here you can see that this is the input and this is the expected output. Now, if you wish to have multiple test cases and test it using one metric, that also will I will cover it later in the video. So right now, you need to now call the relevancy metric function, pass it the threshold, what threshold you wish to match, so very similar to ML models, and the LLM model you wish to test on. So the deep eval functionality class that I have created above, where I was wrapping my Gemini model, this is the same LLM model. Now, once done, you can now call the dot measure and then print the score and reason. So measure will measure all these metrics and then you can print the score and the reason. So here you can see that in the output, you are getting a score of 1 and it is also giving a reason why you got a score of 1. Moving ahead, going to a more complicated use case, this time we will be creating a custom metric. So again, you need to create the LM test case, input actual output. You can even pass expected output. Right. So now in this case, for a custom evaluation metric, you need to call the function geval. So geval, you need to provide a name, the criteria. So basically, what this metric should calculate. I have given that the output should be short or not. Right. And the evaluation parameters would you need to pass out the actual output, the expected output, and the model vertex A Gemini. Now you need to call the correctness metric dot measure and again score and reason. In this case, you can see that the score has reduced a bit because the output from the LLM might have been not that exactly correct. Now moving ahead, in the above case, you saw that how we can create a custom metric using a definition. But at times, the definition might not be working out, so you need to create a custom. You need to create a custom metric using codes. You wish to apply many logics. In that case, you can go with you need to inherit the base metric class and then create your own custom metric class. So in this case, I'm creating a metric called as rogue metric. I'm calling out different things here, like as you can see. Again, you need to inherit and override the functions from base metric, that is measure, async measure is successful. These are some functions that you need to override. So basically, once you have overridden this is the logic that I'm following for calculating the rogue metric. You can have any metric in this case. Once done, you need to call out again the LM test case, create your test case, and call the rogue metric class object. In this case, it is rogue metric. Rogue metric is one of the most important metric for calculate for evaluating LLMs. You can create any metric for in this case. Now call dot measure, and I'm here printing is successful. You can print out the score and reason again. Now how to test out on multiple test cases, right? So here you can see that I'm creating two LLM test cases, two inputs and two outputs. Then I'm creating a single list test cases and then calling the evaluation dataset, where I'm passing all the test cases as a list. Once done, you don't need to do anything. Just call out the answer relevancy metric. This is the default that I'm using, but you can use other also, hallucination metric, and other metrics are also available. Once done, you can call out this function evaluate dataset answer relevancy metric. Dataset is the evaluation dataset, and answer relevancy metric is this particular object. Once done, you can see a quite a detailed log. So for every output, you can see a score that the score is 1 and the actual output has no irrelevant statements. Similarly, for output 2 also, you will be getting an answer. The score is 1 because actual output only contains relevant information. And the final success rate would also come because you are evaluating on the entire data set. So 100% pass rate. So this is how deep eval is a little complicated but very useful tool for evaluating your LM applications, creating custom metric, using existing metrics and whatnot. So do try it out. It has multiple default metrics as well that you can check out, and do let me know how you feel about it. Thank you.